going to be a 16-minute session. And the way it's going to be right down is this. We are going to work for 45 seconds with a given exercise. We'll take a 15-second transition to the next one, and we'll do that for 16 rounds. When we're working, the intensity is this. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being sitting on your couch, 5 being an all-out sprint, I want you at about a 3 intensity. It's called talk tempo. It's something you could actually maintain a conversation while you're doing. We're building cardiovascular endurance. Now, I'll try to give you alternatives along the way if for whatever reason you got any injuries, but we are going to rock and roll with this thing. The only other thing I'll say is this. During the transitions, I'm going to ask you to just kind of march in place or simply step side to stay active. All right, let's get ourselves ready to start the first minute of our lives. We'll start in 3, in 2, and 1. It's a jumping jack. Let's go right here, gang. So simple movement, arms going out to the side, legs going out to the side. Staying light in your physicality and your mentality, and just finding your rhythm to it. Okay. If for whatever reason you can't jump, don't. What you would do is the same idea, but just doing tap outs with the feet. Okay. Continuing to do this for our 45 seconds. Talk tempo, remember, you don't overdo it. Breathe into it. Find your rhythm, find your flow within the 45 seconds of this given movement. 45 total seconds of cardiovascular work, a little 15-second intermission. Oh, baby, it's coming up. And rest. We march in place. What are we doing next? We're doing just a simple run in place, right? So arms are pumping, legs are moving. If you want to make it high knee marches, feel free. Or if you want to make it a little more energetic, go for it as well. Starting at 2, add 1. Let's go. So you're simply just running in place. My elbows are bent, as you can see here. And in opposition, I am moving arm and leg. So if I'm marching, because I can't do impact, it's looking something like this. Right? Maybe it's a little more vigorous. That's okay too. But again, remember, the idea here is that it's a 3 intensity. It's talk tempo as you move. Breathing into this, keeping that chest tall, your vision forward, moving arms and legs, waking up our heart. Come on, baby. Keep it up. 45 seconds, high knee march. Run in place, whatever you want to do. We're working in what's called the sagittal plane, straight ahead. Keep going, gang. Keep going and rest. Little maybe stepping side to side. Speaking of that, the next exercise is going to be a simple shuffle side to side. Just easy motion, right and left. Keep a softness to your knees. We're starting that in 2 and 1. Just work along the length of the mat. Let's go. Shuffling one way, balance up, and go back and forth. Right and left action. 3 intensity on a scale of 1 to 5. Not overdoing it. Keeping the distance between the feet as you go. See if you can keep the feet from clicking together as you move. Breathing right and left. It's called frontal plane. Just like the jumping jack. It just means you're moving right and left. Our body in life moves in 3 planes of movement. Straight ahead and backwards to the side. It also rotates. And that's kind of what we're going to be doing next for our 4th exercise. But let's just keep doing that side-to-side work. Right and left, staying low as you go. Little cardio. Let's keep going, gang. And rest, march in place. Last exercise in this 4-exercise flow that we'll do. Feet a little wider than hips, horse stance. You're going to rotationally punch. When your right arm punches left, I want that to be the exhale. So it's even punches to either side. Ready? Let's go. So there's this rotational action. Hips lead the hands as you work. Whenever my right arm punches left, that's the exhalation. And it's a nice strong exhalation as we do this. Notice my left arm, which is on the inhale, is doing the same idea across my body, slightly outside my shoulders. I keep my knees nice and bent as I'm here. This is going to complete the 4th exercise. Come on, man. Let's work this thing. And rest, march in place. We just did 4 exercises. Guess what? We're going to repeat it 3 more times. It starts at the top with the jumping jacks. 45 seconds, frontal plane activity. You do you, boo, in terms of the way it's going to look and express. Ready? Let's go. Back to exercise 1, jumping jacks. Talk tempo, right? So if you were shooting a video, you could talk to me on the other end, just like I'm doing to you. So we're not pushing so hard that our breath becomes super labored to the point that we couldn't carry on a combo. So if I need to, for injury purposes, or I'm just beginning to build up my cardiovascular endurance, I'm right here, tapping it. Come on, keep going. Figure out what's working for you in this moment. And it's okay to downshift. So if I start with this, and I'm just feeling like, whoa, I'm starting to get my heart rate up a little too high, I go here. Zero shame in your game to do that. It's called honoring your body and where you are. March in place. That was it. All right, what do we do next? Little runs in place, okay? Or marches in place, depending on what's happening in your world, your neck of the woods, as they say. Get yourself ready for it. Exercise 2 of 4. Let's go. So maybe it's the march. Again, from the side, elbows are bent, hands move from hip pocket to eye socket in opposition to what my legs are doing. Maybe you're just making it like this. A little bit more speed, a little more compact with the movement. And in this case, I'm landing on the ball of the foot if I can. Chest stays tall. Stay off the heels while you do this one. I'm going to turn and face you. Let's go. Keep going. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California. Woo. Come on, I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are. Let's wake up that heart of ours. Ooh, get it to feel alive. Come on. Come on, where's the beep? And there it is. March in place, shake it out. Maybe step side to side. Whoo, second time through on that little shuffle. I'm starting at the other end of my mat just to mix it up so the initial movement goes the opposite way. We're going back and forth either way. Get ready. Here we go. Start low. And let's begin. Side to side shuffling. Plant that outside foot. Push off. Back and forth. Whew. Stay with me. Keep it low. You're going to want to come up maybe. And if you have to, listen, you can be right here, right? Not everybody's coming to the party with the same health histories, you guys. So please honor where you are today. I just want you to get through this. I want you to feel accomplished in knowing you did it. So you do what you need to get that done. There's something for everyone. Channeling a little Dr. Seuss right now. Come on, people. Side to side flow. Working inner outer thighs. And rest. March in place. Last exercise was that rotational punching action from a horse stance. Set yourself down. We're going to start with the left arm punching to the right, and the exhalation happens when left goes right. Get ready for it. Here we go. Let's do it. Could I slow that down? Sure. But there's, again, the hips leading the hands is a rotational movement. Most rotational activities we do, done with pure functionality, hips lead the hands as opposed to the arms starting it. So in this case, it will there be a little bit of natural in-turning? Yes, but try to stabilize so there's not too much of that as you go back and forth. And making fists is always a nice thing, right? It's a sensation of activation of the muscles as you do it. Like you're going to bust through a wall. Not a bad stress management movement either. And rest, march in place. We've done 2 rounds. We're doing 4 total rounds to get us to 16 minutes. Repetition is the mother of skill, provided there's skill in the repetition. So we're starting at the top. Another chance to refine, people. Jumping jacks. Get ready. Let's go. Here it is. Yes. Grateful to be able to do this. And what is this? Move my body in space. To feel what I'm feeling. To choose to try to get myself healthier in mind and body and spirit, right? It's going to take some work. And that's what we're doing together right here, right now. Right here, right now. I think that was Van Halen. Right now. What a great song that was, people. That was back in my time. I say that was like, I think maybe 70s, 80s. Whew. Man, I was born in 1970. It's hard to believe. Keep going, people. Your jumping jack, whatever that is for you. Again, 3 intensity, march in place, step side to side. Exercise 1 of 4 in this circuit set. What do we do next? Oh boy, little runs in place or marches in place, right? In that sagittal or straight ahead plane, straight ahead or back plane. Let's go. So it can be a march right here. So different plane of movement. This is straight ahead or straight back if I was going back, right? And Cripe, if you wanted to move forward and backward while you do this, You could do that, right? Some people just need that stimulation, right? That variety. Oh, I almost just started bouncing side to side, but I stopped myself. I was like, wait a second. I'm doing some running in place, baby. Come on. Stay with me, friends. If a little sweat is flowing, that's a good thing. We want that. We want to get that gunk out of our body. That stuff that no longer serves us. Eliminate it. Sweat's a good thing for our body. Come on. Keep it up, baby. Let's go. And rest. March in place. Oh, where are we going next? Okay. Side to side shuffles. Remember that. I'm going to start at the original side of my mat. I'm going left first. You do you in terms of where you're set up. I'm just balancing it out. This is round 3. Shuffles happen. Let's go. Here I go. Planting that outside foot and keeping my knees bent as I do this, as I put on the brakes. It's important for not only deceleration, but acceleration. If I lock out and stand up, greater likelihood I'm going to go over. I'm going to topple. So stay low. Think athletically, right? Some of the best movers in athletics have low center of gravity. They stay nice and down toward the ground. Able to change directions quickly. COD, change of direction drill. Let's go. Right. Beautiful, gang. We want to be functional, all planes of movement. And that's what this simple cardio experience will do for us. Keep it up and rest. March in place. Round 3 of the rotational punching action. This one's going to start with the right arm punching to the left on the exhalation. Get yourself ready. Little horse stance, down low as we go. Take a nice inhale, exhale. Stabilize so that you can mobilize the upper body. If you need to slow it down, you slow it down. People, and the breaths don't have to be as intense. That's all right. Keep it up. And march in place. We've got 3 rounds complete. 4th and final round coming up. It's going to start from the top. If you remember, jumping jacks is where it all began. Get yourself ready for it, people. Come on. Mind prepared, body activated. Let's go. Jumping jacks. Round 4 of these 4 exercises, getting us to that 16-minute mark. We're almost to the finish line. You're rounding the final turn, as they say. Stay with me, mind and body. We like to finish strong. One of those mantras. Right? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Not only in these workouts, but really in life. And some might say, I'm on the back 9, baby. I'm 50 years old. But I can't wait for these next 50 years, right? A lot of experience, a lot of wisdom. I'm betting you're in the same boat. And if not, I'm going to help you get there. That feeling of looking forward to that next breath you breathe, that next day that you have to express life as you doing your jumping jacks. March in place, stepping side to side. Exercise 2 is that little run in place or high knee march. You get to pick it. Get ready to do it. Whoo, ready for it? Let's go right now. So it could start with the march. It could stay here with the march. It's all good in the hood. Right? Maybe you quicken the movements a little bit, so a little more frequent, less range of motion. That's all good. Maybe you slow it down. Maybe you mix it up for that matter. Heck, you could go with some marches, and then you could go with some little quick choppy movements. But again, pumping opposite arm and leg as you work. This is exercise 2 in the final 4-pack of this 16 minutes of cardiovascular work. Let's finish this thing up, gang. Come on. Almost through this 45 seconds. Stay with it. You can do this. Breathe. Feel the body move and rest. Stepping side to side, marching in place. 3rd exercise is side to side shuffles. I'm going to start at the other end of my mat, getting low before I go. Ready to go right and left, my friends. Get yourself ready for it. Coming up, let's go. 45 seconds of movement. Again, I can simply step side to side. I don't have to be shuffling. I can be moving as such. Just try to keep a little bend in your knees as you move, right? Nice. If you feel like you want to add a little more energy to it, great. But our intensity, reminding you, is a 3 out of 5. It's talk tempo. And it's different for you than it is for me. Everybody's a little bit different in what it's going to look like. But we can all feel the heart rate up, but still be able to carry on a conversation, right? So we're just moving our body side to side. We're changing directions. Third exercise in 4, and march in place. All right, final exercise. In the 16-round circuit, we're gonna do those rotational punches. Get yourself ready for it. Feet a little outside your hips. Nice strong stace. We're gonna start with the left arm. Punch it across. Here we go. Finish strong. Keep going. Exhalations on that left arm, extending out across. Let's finish this, you guys. One of those mantras again, finish strong. If you're slowing it down, that's all right. Just finish. Finish with intention. Keep going. Come on, 45 total seconds, and then our 16-minute cardio session is over. Almost there. We're there. Come on. And there it is. Way to go, you guys. 16 total rounds. Cardio segment in the books. I appreciate your presence, you guys. Get out. Have a good rest of your day. And before you do that, maybe consider doing a little cool down, 5-minute cool down stretch. You can find it in the other workouts, but I recommend you do it. Be good to yourselves, life, and others in it. And I'll see you again soon for another workout.